look at the wheel gap on this thing. Check out the wheel gap. That's gross, man. That's gross. I can't believe I let my girlfriend drive like this. This is just atrocious. Guys, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we are here a little bit early in the morning because we have a bunch of stuff to do today. And we're doing something that I know a lot of you guys want to see. So a lot of you guys know that Courtney drives this Mazda 3. And it sucks that it's so high and it's not low enough. And there's a lot that needs to happen to this car. But more than anything I see in the comments is you guys saying like, hey, you know, Morgan and Courtney drive Mazda 3s. Why don't you guys mod them? You know, like that's a very common car. Like I have that car, blah, blah, blah. You want to see us work on them. So of course I listen to you guys and I'm here to answer you guys. And today we're gonna slam the Mazda 3. Well, we're not gonna slam it because, you know, it's the daily. It's the car we go to when we have friends or something and we need to go in the back, or we can't absolutely slam it, but we're gonna lower it for sure. Today we also got to get started really early because we were doing something really special for Courtney. It's her birthday next week, and you guys know Chris. You've seen Chris in some of my older videos, and Chris is dating one of Courtney's best friends. We haven't seen them since we moved to BC. We haven't seen anything. Like we haven't seen them once, basically. We've moved out here and they just haven't had time to come, and next week is her birthday, so they're flying out tonight. We're gonna surprise Courtney. She has literally got no idea that they're coming. That's why we gotta hurry up with this. We gotta get this done so that we can get a couple more things done so that the next few days I can just have with them and hang out with them before we leave to go to H2O. So today what we're installing is Raceland Coilovers. Now these are the mid-range ones. They have ones with dampening adjustments and ones that are super, super bass, and these are directly in the center. And reason going for Raceland is because I'm not like every other YouTuber, and this is just a daily car. This will never be performance. This will never be anything. Strictly aesthetics is this car. So why would we spend $3,000 on the best coilovers the world's ever seen for no need, right? Like if there's no performance benefits, I figured why not try Raceland? They're cheap, they're meant to be like an affordable coilover, and that's what a lot of you guys are looking for. So I'm trying to test out affordable coilovers and see how good they are and see if they're worth the cheaper money, because sometimes it's more worth it to buy something more expensive, but I want to know if it's worth it to buy the lower end ones if you don't need them for performance. So today that's what we're doing. So this is the front one. These are called Ultimas, by the way. I realized I never said that. I said middle range, but these are called the Ultimas. So this is what we're working with for the front coilover. We have a full shock and spring assembly. The only thing we have to do is use the factory top hat. And then for the rear, this year Mazda 3 has like a separate shock and spring. So you have a spring here with your coil adjustments so you can adjust how high it rides in the back. A shock assembly, which actually looks really, really nice again, and that's because these two things are not a coilover in the back of this car. Let's find out how good these Raceland coils really are. Hey guy. Hey, is that the real Bobby Tarantino?
Man, like 10, man.
Oh, you got a 10. That's why you look different. Just like always, Ontario shit all over all the cars we own, so like I'm just penetrating fluid. Any nut and bolt that has to come off of this thing for us to change it out, because if not, we're just gonna start breaking it and we're gonna be here all day. Holla, boy. You excited about this or what?
Can you just slam it?
I'd love to slam it, but the only problem is this is our only car with four, well, not the only car with 4 seats, but our only usable 4-seater car. So if we slam this thing and then like you, me, Morgan, and Courtney want to go somewhere, we're pooched. Let's start by getting this off without completely breaking everything.
Hello, you reached the voicemail of.
So like these have like a knuckle. I don't know if you guys can see here. The knuckle, it goes in. So like my coilovers bolt right down where
it's like use 2 bolts.
Yeah, my coilovers actually bolt to it. Whereas these ones, they just slip inside that little knuckle, and I've never done that before, so this looks kind of like a pain. We'll see. It's probably not going to be too bad. Let it, brother. Don't strip it, though. Oh my god, it's actually working. I did not think it was going to come off. I've had like the worst experiences with those things. All the people that live in like California that watch these videos are probably puking at the amount of rust that's in here. Yeah, brother. Yeah, right. Wow, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, now we just gotta do the top ones, that's it? How are we supposed to get it out if it's like completely seized in there?
We're gonna bolt it back on. We're gonna smash the shit out of this.
Okay.
Is it even moving?
Yeah, actually
it looks like it's moving.
Hey, there it is. Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So now if I unbolt it, it'll slip right out. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Now we know for next time. Look how beefy that spring is. That is huge, dude. That's like transport truck status versus this thing. Yeah, so we got to take that top hat off
the
and put it on here. That's what I was trying to say earlier. You'll notice there's nothing here. And then this is the piece that actually bolts it to the car. So we just got to undo this, take this top hat, and place it up here. That way it can bolt back up into the car. Same thing on this side, and then we'll put both coilovers in. You don't want to use these. Do you remember when we did the Civic and we lost the bolt because it shot off underneath the wall? Oh no! It went under the drywall! That's okay, because when we did that, we told you guys we had these. We just didn't want to use them that day, but today we're going to use these. The Civic ones were also really, really old and abused, so it was like less explosive than this will be. You want to do the honors of loosening that?
Oh, wrong way.
Bang! Hey, that was pretty good. Ew. Okay, we got the top hat on this one, so this one's ready to be put back in the car. I kind of butchered the footage a little bit, so I'm going to show you how we got the top hat off the other one. It's actually really straightforward. It's really easy, but it was really hard to find information on how to do it properly, so I'm going to show you guys. That way anybody that wants to do this to their Mazda has a reference point. Okay, this is the footage I ran for you guys last time. So basically when you take it off...
Yo, I'm slammed.
Oh, you broke it, man! What the hell? Look at the camera! We're slamming the Mazda, not the creeper, dude! Did you bend the bolt?
This is why we don't let the
Thank God.
install anything.
I was like, no! Anyway, so this is the stock top hat. Now in here there's a bunch of ball bearings. And basically the only way to do this without completely making a disaster of it, pry this little ring off of the actual top hat. So you go around and pry it like this, and then in here is all the ball bearings and everything. That's how the front one works.
They're all loose.
And then what you're gonna wanna do is just take the new set of ball bearings that Raceland provided with the sleeve for the new spring, and then you literally just drop it right in there, and you're good to go. So now you just put this on the top of, where is it? Almost standing on it. Now you just put this on the top of there, and then tighten down the nut on top, and it looks like that. It's good stuff. It's actually pretty easy. It just was hard to find out, because we didn't think that these popped off, so we had a hard time trying to figure out how to get the new one on. Pull it through, and I'll put this nut. Okay. I didn't drink your water. You drank my water. Yeah, you did. I seen you. I seen you.
What glass is yours?
The clear one with water in it. There, so I'm gonna start mine up here and put these bolts in, and that way I can just jack this knuckle up onto the actual, over the actual coil. I feel like that's the easier way, because like now I can just jack it right up into it. Or just compressing the spring.
Keep going. Is it even moving?
I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, so we've got it to the point where it's... Ow! I just sat on that drawer, you dick. You totally saw that coming. Okay, so we got it to the point where it's almost on, but if you guys can see on the back here, there's this little groove, and it needs to go inside of the slot. So we're having trouble lining it up. Like, it's basically doesn't want to go anymore. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put like a chisel or something in between this to spread these apart. That way this can get in there, because that little nipple right there is meant to sit in the crack to make sure that it doesn't rotate out of its place. And it's not going any higher. Like, that's like the max we can get it to do right now. So we're going to try and spread this so that we can get it perfectly seated so that we don't screw up this whole thing.
There you go. There you go. It's landing. Check it.
Is it?
Yeah, it actually just slid right through.
Yeah, man, it went right in. It just accepted itself as one.
Okay.
See, I told you we had to split it higher up. Yeah, it's in there. I can see it. So now you guys can see that that thing is sitting right in the groove. Like it's actually where it's supposed to be. It's the face of muscles. Now we gotta do the same thing the other side, and then we gotta go to the back. All right, pop this guy off. Here you guys can see like the shop is separate, and then the spring is over here. So this is where you adjust the height. So we gotta take all this apart. Did you spray everything with penetrating fluid?
Trying to. Oh, she's
How's that
fucking
going?
tight.
Good job, mate.
Uh-oh. Well, that's why it takes so long.
I know, it's the world's biggest friggin' bolt. Holy shit, that almost hit the camera. It's still really tight in there. That's not just gonna pop out. We did some research to see what the best way is to do this. It looks like everybody drops the lower control arm. Well, I don't know why we already messed with the sway bar end links. We're just gonna drop the whole control arm. Then we don't have to compress this coil because it'll just pop right out. Put the new one in, slap it back up. And we have an alignment scheduled for this thing in like an hour and a half. So we gotta go. Yeah, you're going on a tripod and we're just gonna yeet this whole thing together. You good?
Wow, that was close. Oh my god, that scared me.
When we lowered the lower control arm, like when we drop it out, the spring basically came right out. Like we didn't even need this. Spring would have came out completely without even putting the compressors on it. This was just us being idiots earlier. This is the like adjustable section. This is the new spring. It sits like this in the back. That would make sense, right?
Yes.
So this side's ready to bolt back together. We have the shorter shock and the spring back in there. Well, hopefully they can see. Oh, not now. We completely missed our alignment appointment. This takes way longer. Like anybody that has a Mazda 3, this is a huge pain. It's not fun and it takes way longer than it's supposed to. Basically what we did was we maxed out all the camber bolts and we like put it as low as possible. So I want to show you guys a quick sneak peek of what it looks like right now. And then we're gonna lower it and check it out. What is this, like minus 10, 12?
Like 12, 13.
I think it's like 12 or 13. So we're just gonna rock it like this for now. We just got the nice negative 12, and that's just how we're gonna drive the daily for now. Just kidding. We just don't have bolts on this wheel yet. Ah! We made sure both the front coils were adjusted to the same height, and then we made sure both the rear coils were adjusted to the same height. I want to drop this thing and see how it looks because this has been a long day. We've been out here for like 8 hours. We'll probably have to jack it back up after and like readjust the height because I'm doubting that it's gonna work because we literally just slapped it on there and was like, nah, that'll work, just to get it down so that we could check. So I highly doubt that it's gonna be at the right place.
Yeah, let's see the angle kit, bro.
Dude, that doesn't look bad. It is raking, actually, you're right. The front's about an inch lower than the back, so we'll have to put the back about an inch lower, but like, dude, that's pretty low. I actually didn't think we were gonna go this low. That's like as low as I am. This might be too low. It's pretty low. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we should be this low, actually. Because it's as low as my BRZ. All right, you wanna do some quick adjustments? I know a lot of you guys probably have the same car or very, very similar cars, so let me know if there's other things you guys wanna see. So I wanna do the headlights. I wanna like black out the housing kind of like I did the BRZ. We gotta get a better roof rack that doesn't whistle in the wind and has like an actual fairing. And then there's like little things here and there I wanna do. I just wanna spice it up. Comment down below what you wanna see done to it, because I'm totally open for whatever you guys wanna see. Yeah, we gotta get the camera out of here, it's boring. I tried to hide it under the 240, but that just didn't work. Really, man? It really has to rain right now? Okay, I think we got it to a place where I'm happy with it. I can't take it for a drive right now because we have things we gotta do, like we gotta get a move on with our night. I think I'm just gonna fast forward to today so I can show you guys what this car looks like now that we've got it all figured out. We've drove around a little bit. It is settled, so like when you first put the coils in, you wanna drive a little bit just to let everything settle. We got it settled, we got it aligned, and I've drove it just a little bit. It has been raining for like the last 2 days since we put it in, so like I haven't really like pushed it on corners or anything crazy, but I do think they handle very well. But first I want to show you guys what it looks like when we got it to our final ride height. Check that out. This is actually so tight. I didn't think we could go this low in the Mazda. Like if you come up front, I mean it's not like super tucking hard, but like it's pretty close, man. Like I didn't think we'd get this low on the Mazda. Like it's it's pretty low. It's not that high off the ground. It looks sick and they ride really good. So my overall consensus, like if you guys are wondering, are $400, $500 coilovers worth it? They're like $450 or something US dollars. So if you guys are wondering, like, are $450 US dollar coilovers worth it? Overall, I think these are totally worth it. There's no dampening adjustments. There's no camber plates. That's what you get when you pay for less. So with the less stuff, I still think they're totally worth it because they're not super hard. Like when you hit a bump, it's kind of bouncy and it's not like too bouncy to the point where you're just bouncing around when you're driving. It's just like a nice squishy impact. Super, super good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive them and I'm gonna give you guys a review in a couple months, like my overall thoughts in a couple months down the road, if you really should get them, like how they wear in and how they hold up and stuff. Let me give you guys one more look at this thing. This thing looks so much better. And as I'm doing this, the rain starts coming back down. So before I get absolutely soaked, I'm gonna go inside. Like I said, I'll give you guys a review on these in like 2-ish months once I've rode them a little bit and see how they are. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would say these Raceland coilovers are totally worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay committed.